Thank you. Not that they don't need a guy to come in and complement Willie Parker and spell him a little bit, but couldn't you have gotten a running back a little later and in the first round try to get a guy who's going to play? It just seems to me that Mendenhall's the kind of guy who, in the next few years, will be a franchise running back, or could be. But it's not like Willie Parker is getting old and turning the corner and going downhill. Willie Parker is just approaching his prime. So what are you going to do when he's 30 or 31? Cut him loose when Mendenhall's already been in the league for 3 or 4 years? It just doesn't make sense to get another guy of that caliber right there. I mean, maybe it just got down to Pittsburgh in the draft, and they were like, I don't believe Mendenhall's still sitting here. We have to take him. Listen, I play Madden, and I do drafts, and sometimes I don't draft the position I need in the first round because somebody will be there that I don't expect to be there. Some guy who should have been a top 5 pick is sitting there at pick number 30 for me, and you have to take him regardless of position. He's just that good. Maybe that's what happened to Pittsburgh this year, and that's why they took Rashard Mendenhall. I just wish we could see a little more of him. But I like McFadden to Oakland. Glenn Dorsey, defensive tackle to Kansas City. A lot of people are saying Kansas City is having the best draft up to this point. And I've heard a lot about Glenn Dorsey. But I haven't really. It's not like I've seen all the tape on this kid. There's a lot of just. First round was full of defensive tackles, defensive ends, just offensive tackles, guards. Just guys you don't really get to see or know too much about. So we'll see. I know Glenn Dorsey's a big name, and a lot of people talked about him, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't know too much about him. I know he's supposed to be the best defensive tackle in this draft, but who knows? Yeah, Surfer, you guys did score with Mendenhall. No, absolutely. That's what I mean. It probably got down to the Steelers, and they were like, what is this kid doing here on the board? Well, we'll take him. Why not? And the write-up on Mendenhall says, man, went all the way down, and he went behind Felix Jones, too. I thought it would be McFadden to Oakland, and then I thought the next running back taken would be Mendenhall. And I think he should have been. Carolina takes Jonathan Stewart from Oregon. Didn't he just get hurt? Isn't it? Yeah, he just had toe surgery. I know a lot of guys have surgery, but I don't know, it just seems like a little too big of a gamble. Alright, and then a few picks later, pick 22, Dallas takes Felix Jones instead of Mendenhall. That's it. Alright. But 4th running back taken in a draft when you should have gone a little higher, I don't know, that can be like a chip on your shoulder kind of a thing. I don't think Dixon's a bad. Listen, I don't think that Jonathan Stewart or Felix Jones are bad picks. Those guys can both play. I would have gone with Mendenhall first, though. But, Pittsburgh didn't have a bad team to start. Pittsburgh could be really good next season. I know that's what you want to hear, Surfer Girl. Hopefully it comes true. Pittsburgh could be a good team next year. And I said this before the draft even happened. So that's cool. And like I said, there's some really important stuff going on now in the draft, but I don't know any of those guys. I don't know any 4th round players. I don't know any of those guys. You wait and see. You wait and see a couple years into their career You know, these guys emerge, and then you say, oh, really? That guy was a 4th rounder back in '08? I don't even know who that is. And so they sell you that because it's nonstop coverage and they want you to watch. And I have, you know, for the most part, I've had it just running on the TV all weekend, just the draft. I did more man work yesterday. I put in some wood flooring in my house, a little more. And I had the draft up and running all day. So I'm kind of tuned into it, just somewhat paying attention. But, you know, I don't know any of these guys. I don't know. It's college football. The draft matters.